Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat?
Yeah, I felt like it was good. It's the first day coming off of a summer break. There's always an element of you want it to be a lot cleaner and a lot smoother, but thought our guys came out. The effort was good. We'll clean up a lot of the details, and that's what training camp's all about.
New Orleans Saints, they opened training camp. There was Kellen Moore on his first day. Except for the guys on PUP list, everybody was out there today, which is a great sign as well. Participation just where you want to see it. Matthew Paris, he was out there watching day one of Saints practice. New Orleans advocate, also the Times-Picayune. He's on Twitter, X, at Matthew_Paris. He joins us now. Matthew, we appreciate the time. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. Let's just start kind of overview of practice. How was it set up? Differences maybe from OTAs, mini camps? Were there any?
Well, the main difference was they were doing 11-on-11 work, something we hadn't really seen during OTAs at all, but it still felt like spring vibes. The mood was pretty relaxed. It was a crisp, easy practice. We were only out there an hour, it's like in 8 minutes. And we saw the quarterbacks, but that was about it. I mean, we were watching most of the quarterbacks today.
Let's talk about those quarterbacks. Looked like Spencer Rattler had an awesome day, just kind of reading the tea leaves and everything that was coming out of camp. What'd you make of him running the first team offense here day one?
Yeah, he doesn't look like the most decisive one. He got the ball out pretty fast. That was completed to receivers. Made this gorgeous throw to Chris Olave. But the other ones, they were fine. Like, you could see that they were still handling the operation. Hello?
Oh, did we lose Matthew? Are you there?
I'm here, yeah.
Okay, all right. Nope, you're good. You were saying the other ones, you could see a little chink in the armor there?
Yeah, just in terms of the operation, they were a little slower. Maybe the backup offensive lines, when there were team drills, the pressure collapsed pretty quickly. It'll be just interesting to see how, like, Tyler Shough, for instance, he's going to handle the first team tomorrow, but there's like a marked improvement working with the starters.
I want to come back to Tyler Shough. What about Jake Haener, though? Because obviously, look, he has the injury, OTA's minicamp has the injury there, and it feels like most people outside looking in, I mean, I'm guilty of this, see it as Rattler Shough. Watching Haener today, is he in a position where he could push for this job?
I would really have to see it. I kind of fall in the camp that it's, Shough, Rattler, and they're being polite to Haener. But I asked Kellen Moore yesterday about that and why they want to see Jake Haener in this. And he said that they liked him coming out of the draft when he was with the Chargers in 2023. Kellen Moore's brother coached Jake Haener at Fresno State, and he's known Haener a long time. And I think all these three guys are still pretty unproven to where they want to explore every angle, whether, any of these guys are actually a viable quarterback, so they're going to include him in the group.
All right, so to Tyler Shough, obviously, look, second-round draft pick, fully guaranteed deal. Kellen Moore pinpointed him. A lot of people think that might mean something. I know Kellen Moore today gave the PC answer of, we like them all. We'll see how it plays out, whatnot. If you had to put a grade on day number one for Tyler Shough, all things encompassing the outside factors, the second-team offensive line, how did he do?
I'll probably give him a C. I thought he was average. I will say when we saw from him in the spring, you saw like clear improvement day over day, and so I think as camp goes along, he'll get better and better. But today, he seemed a little slow, like I said before. The pressure got there. The accuracy wasn't super crisp, but he was fine. Like, it was just a very standard day, and I think Rattler was the better quarterback, but I'm not dismissing Shough by any means, and I look forward to seeing how he does tomorrow.
Do you think the question that was asked of Kellen Moore, if it gives Shough an edge because he's quote unquote like Moore's guy, do you think there is an element to that in this competition?
I do, if everything is equal. I mean, I think if Rattler has a better camp, they're not going to go with Shough. I think Rattler has, if he looks like the better guy, they clearly are leaning toward Rattler's experience, at least from the get-go. They gave him the first-team reps and not Shough, so they still respect Rattler, I think. But if everything's going equal or if Shough, surpasses him, then he'll win the job. But it's a pretty close competition right now.
Said you spent most time watching the quarterbacks today out there. Makes a lot of sense. Matthew Paris, our guest, New Orleans Advocate, Times-Picayune. If you were doing that, though, I feel like you couldn't help but notice the running backs. Devin, Neal, splitting first-team reps there with Alvin Kamara. How'd the rookie look?
Yeah, I thought he looked fine. I mean, this was really our first chance to see the running backs in action, just given that, they were running behind the offensive lines in 11-on-11. Kendra Miller was working with the second and third teams. Devin Neal was taking some first team, I think, and also Clyde Edwards-Helaire is another guy in the mix. I mean, running back right now is wide open. You could tell me Kendra, you could tell me Devin Neal, you could tell me Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Cam Akers. It's just very open, and I'm interested to see how that rotation stacks going forward.
A couple more for you, Matthew. Your time very much appreciated. All right. Watching mostly quarterbacks offense, but I would, if you could, love a thought on the defense, because it's the first time we got to see them in 11-on-11. And I mean, for me, as much as the quarterbacks are intriguing, and they are, and that's the story of camp, and I understand that, this defense under Brandon Staley, I can't help but, kind of just want to watch every bit of it, because you didn't have any pads in the preseason so far, and I understand you'll get that next week, but just kind of the first day, 11-on-11 team drills, the defense, what you saw.
Yeah, my first eyes went to safety with Tyrann Mathieu's unexpected retirement, who was filling in there, was Jordan Howden with the first team. They're going to sign Julian Blackmon, so I'm sure he'll be in the mix there. Besides that, what stood out to me about Staley's defense is actually the way the players talked about it. They were very, very encouraged with the way that he teaches things, with the kind of the different coverages that he wants to implement. Obviously, this is going to be a lot heavier of a zone scheme than Dennis Allen's last defense, and so a lot of teams around the NFL are trying to implement this scheme because Vic Fangio has really had his influence kind of spread across the NFL, and Brandon Staley knows Vic Fangio well and has studied under him. So I've been interested by this hire, and there was nothing I saw today that made me not encouraged.
Safety was the last thing I wanted to go to with you. Julian Blackmon, they bring him in, kind of two parts there. One, your thought on the signing and your best guess at how he does fit in. Is that a guy that comes in and kind of immediately competes for the starting role, or is that more with the current guys on the roster now?
Yeah, I mean, I think the contract is reportedly up to $5.5 million. Indicates that he'll be right in the mix, but I guarantee, a starting job isn't necessarily guaranteed, but he's pretty talented. He's had a lot of starting experience. He's been around. This is a guy that I think can adequately fill that hole that Matthew's leaving behind. But at the same time, Jordan Howden has kind of had a nice spring and has flown under the radar here a little bit, I think. So I think that's definitely going to be a competition. But if they lean toward Blackmon because he's new and has played in the NFL for a while, that maybe he gets the edge there, but I have to see that fold.
He is Matthew Paris, New Orleans Advocate, Times-Picayune, with us here on AFR. Get him on Twitter, X, at Matthew_Paris. Matthew, we appreciate the time as always, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.